Hi, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a simple truth in life. Talent alone isn't enough. Intelligence alone isn't enough. Even opportunity alone isn't enough. The one undeniable factor that separates those who succeed from those who don't is work ethic. You need to outwork everyone. Natural talent is often celebrated as the ultimate key to success. We admire those who seem to have been born with an innate ability to excel in their fields. Athletes with incredible reflexes, musicians with perfect pitch, or entrepreneurs with a natural knack for business. While talent can offer a head start, it's not the final word on success. In fact, it's effort and hard work that truly determine who rises to the top. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The reality is that talent can create a false sense of security. When someone is naturally good at something, they might begin to rely on that ability, believing it will always give them the upper hand. But that belief quickly falls apart in the real world, where competition is fierce and those who hustle are constantly improving. The people who dedicate themselves to working harder, training longer, and refining their skills every day will eventually surpass those who lean solely on their natural gifts. Hard work is the equalizer. It doesn't care where you come from, what you look like, or how much raw ability you have. The person willing to grind through the tough days, put in the extra hours, and stay focused when distractions arise will always have the edge. The reason? Talent without effort is wasted potential. You can be the most gifted person in the room, but if you're not willing to outwork those around you, that talent will never turn into anything more than a missed opportunity. Effort builds resilience, and resilience is essential for overcoming the inevitable setbacks that come with any meaningful pursuit. Natural ability might help you excel early on, but it won't protect you from failure. When the challenges get harder and the competition becomes more intense, those who rely on effort are better equipped to push through. They've built the mental toughness to keep going when things get uncomfortable because they've already put themselves through difficult situations voluntarily. They practiced discipline, stayed committed when they didn't feel like it, and developed the grit needed to succeed when the odds are against them. Another critical aspect of outworking others is growth. Talent can only take you so far because without consistent effort, growth stagnates. The people who dedicate themselves to learning, practicing, and improving, no matter how skilled they already are, continue to evolve and sharpen their abilities. This mindset of continuous growth ensures they're always moving forward, while those who depend on their talent risk falling behind. Progress doesn't happen automatically. It's the result of consistent action and dedication to becoming better every single day. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often boils down to who's willing to do the work when no one is watching. It's easy to give your best when the spotlight is on and recognition is within reach. But real success is built in the unseen hours, early mornings, late nights, and the quiet moments where discipline outweighs comfort. The people who outwork everyone else don't just show up when it's convenient. They show up every day, ready to give their best, even when they're tired, uninspired, or discouraged. Effort also fuels passion. While many believe passion leads to hard work, the reverse is often true. The more effort you put into something, the more invested you become in the process and the outcome. As you start to see the results of your hard work, your passion grows. This creates a powerful feedback loop. Effort leads to progress. Progress fuels passion, and passion drives even more effort. Over time, this cycle creates a momentum that pushes you further ahead of those who depend solely on their natural talent. In competitive environments where everyone is vying for success, talent becomes the baseline. It gets your foot in the door, but doesn't guarantee anything beyond that. The people who rise to the top are those who combine whatever natural ability they have with relentless work ethic and an unbreakable will to succeed. They're willing to do what others won't, whether that's practicing longer, learning more, or making sacrifices others aren't willing to make. The hunger to outwork everyone around them becomes the fuel that drives their achievements. What's even more inspiring is that effort is entirely within your control. You can't always control how talented you are compared to someone else, but you can control how hard you work. You can choose to be the first to arrive and the last to leave. You can decide to put in the extra time, learn a new skill, or refine your weaknesses until they become strengths. This mindset empowers you to take ownership of your success, knowing that it's not predetermined by natural ability, but shaped by your commitment to outwork everyone else. Ultimately, success doesn't favor the naturally gifted. It favors the determined. It rewards those who refuse to settle for good enough and are constantly striving for better. Those who combine discipline, resilience, and hard work will always have the advantage, regardless of where they started or how talented they seemed at the beginning. The truth is simple. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And if you're willing to outwork everyone, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Many people believe that success is driven by motivation, the bursts of inspiration that push us to start something new, set ambitious goals, or chase after our dreams. Motivation feels powerful when it strikes, giving us the energy to dive headfirst into new challenges. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, influenced by mood, environment, and circumstances. If you rely solely on motivation to get things done, your progress will be inconsistent and short-lived. That's why discipline, not motivation, is the real driving force behind long-term success. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about following through on your commitments, sticking to your routines, and pushing forward regardless of how you feel in the moment. While motivation can help you get started, discipline ensures that you keep going when the excitement fades and the work becomes challenging or monotonous. It's the foundation upon which all sustained progress is built. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. Success isn't about grand gestures or occasional bursts of hard work. It's about showing up every single day. The people who achieve the most in life aren't necessarily the most talented or naturally gifted. They're the ones who consistently put in the effort even on the days when it would be easier to quit. They understand that every small action adds up over time, and by sticking to their routines, they create momentum that pushes them toward their goals. This consistency builds habits, and habits are powerful because they automate success. When you rely on motivation, every decision requires effort. Should I work out today? Should I spend time learning something new? But with discipline, these decisions become automatic. You don't question whether you'll show up. You simply do it because it's part of who you are. Over time, these habits become second nature, and your path to success becomes more efficient and less reliant on fleeting feelings of inspiration. Another crucial element of discipline is sacrifice. Success often requires giving up short-term comforts for long-term rewards. It means saying no to distractions, resisting temptations, and making tough choices that others might avoid. While motivation is about feeling good in the moment, discipline is about doing what's necessary even when it's uncomfortable. This could mean staying late to finish a project, waking up early to train, or investing time in learning a new skill instead of watching TV. Every sacrifice you make in the short term is a step toward achieving something greater in the future. Discipline also strengthens resilience. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. When things go wrong, motivation usually disappears, leaving you vulnerable to quitting. Discipline, however, allows you to keep going through those difficult moments. It gives you the mental toughness to push forward, adapt, and overcome challenges. With discipline, failure becomes just another step in the process, not a reason to stop. Each setback becomes a learning opportunity, and every obstacle is a chance to prove your commitment to your goals. One of the most common misconceptions is that discipline is about being perfect all the time. In reality, it's about persistence and the ability to get back on track after a misstep. Everyone has days when they fall short, miss a workout, or break a habit. The key difference is that disciplined individuals don't let those moments define them. Instead of giving up, they acknowledge the mistake and get back to their routines as quickly as possible. It's this ability to recover from setbacks that truly sets disciplined people apart in the pursuit of success. Discipline also fosters a sense of self-respect and confidence. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you begin to trust yourself. You know that you're capable of doing hard things, of pushing through discomfort, and of staying true to your goals even when the initial excitement has faded. This self-trust becomes a powerful motivator in itself, reinforcing your belief that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. Discipline is also deeply connected to time management. Successful people understand that time is their most valuable resource, and they use discipline to make the most of it. They plan their days, set priorities, and avoid wasting time on unproductive activities. While motivation might push someone to work hard for a few hours, discipline ensures that every day is used effectively, turning consistent effort into measurable progress over time. The beauty of discipline is that it doesn't rely on external factors. You don't need perfect conditions or the right mood to be disciplined. It's an internal choice you make every day, regardless of what's happening around you. This makes discipline incredibly empowering because it puts you in control of your success. You're not waiting for inspiration to strike. You're actively creating the conditions for success through your actions and decisions. Ultimately, discipline leads to freedom. While it might seem restrictive at first, following routines, making sacrifices, and sticking to a plan, it actually gives you greater control over your life. When you're disciplined, you're not a slave to your emotions or circumstances. You're able to set goals, make consistent progress, and create the life you want on your own terms. Discipline allows you to build the future you envision, one small action at a time. In the end, motivation is a great starting point, but it's not enough to carry you across the finish line. Discipline is what turns goals into reality, dreams into achievements, and potential into greatness. It's not always easy, and it won't always feel good, but the rewards of discipline far outweigh the temporary discomfort it requires. If you want to succeed, don't wait for motivation to strike. Cultivate discipline and let that be the force that carries you forward every single day. Success is rarely about who starts the fastest. It's about who's willing to keep going when the excitement fades and the challenges intensify. While natural talent and early momentum can give some people an advantage, the true key to long-term achievement lies in persistence. Outworking others isn't just about putting in more hours. It's about outlasting them through consistency, resilience, and sheer determination. Those who are willing to stay committed when others give up eventually rise to the top. Success often goes to those who simply refuse to quit. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall short often comes down to endurance. Many people start strong, full of motivation and enthusiasm. They're excited about their goals, eager to make progress, and ready to do whatever it takes, at least at first. But enthusiasm fades, the initial spark of motivation dims, and the grind sets in. It's at this point that most people begin to lose interest or allow distractions to pull them away from their goals. The ones who continue pushing even when it's no longer exciting are the ones who ultimately win. They outlast the competition because they stay consistent when others don't. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it happens quickly. In reality, most achievements are the result of years of hard work, setbacks, and perseverance. There are no shortcuts, no overnight successes, only the determination to keep going when progress feels slow or invisible. The ability to stay the course, even when results aren't immediate, separates those who merely dream from those who actually achieve. Outlasting others means committing to the long game, understanding that meaningful progress takes time and that persistence will eventually pay off. A crucial aspect of outlasting the competition is learning to embrace discomfort. Success requires doing things that are hard, repetitive, or boring. It means practicing the same skills over and over, refining the smallest details, and staying disciplined even when the task becomes monotonous. Many people give up because they seek constant excitement or instant gratification. But those who succeed understand that discomfort is part of the process. They lean into the hard work, knowing that every uncomfortable moment brings them closer to their goals. Another important factor in outlasting others is resilience. Life will inevitably throw obstacles in your path, failures, setbacks, and unexpected challenges that can derail your progress. Many people quit when things get tough because they see failure as a signal to stop. However, those who outwork and outlast everyone else view failure differently. To them, failure isn't the end, it's feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, adjust, and come back stronger. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after a setback and keep moving forward, no matter how many times you fall. This relentless mindset ensures that you stay in the game long enough to see success. Consistency is also a critical part of outlasting the competition. It's easy to show up and give your best when you feel motivated, but true success comes from showing up even when you don't. Consistent action, day after day, builds momentum. It turns effort into habit, making it easier to keep going over the long haul. When others slow down or stop altogether, those who remain consistent continue to make steady progress. And over time, these small daily efforts add up to significant achievements. Sacrifice plays a significant role in the ability to outlast others. Success often requires giving up short-term pleasures for long-term rewards. It means saying no to distractions, social events, or leisure activities that don't align with your goals. While others might prioritize comfort or instant gratification, those who are committed to outlasting everyone else are willing to make sacrifices that others won't. This willingness to delay gratification gives them a competitive edge, allowing them to focus on what truly matters and stay dedicated to their vision. Mental toughness is another essential quality for outlasting the competition. It's easy to stay committed when everything is going well, but what happens when things don't go as planned? Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, maintain discipline, and push forward even in the face of adversity. It means controlling your emotions, staying calm under pressure, and refusing to give up when the situation becomes difficult. This kind of mental resilience allows you to stay in the game longer than those who let frustration or discouragement dictate their actions. One of the most powerful strategies for outlasting others is setting long-term goals and breaking them down into manageable steps. When you focus too much on the big picture, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged by how far you still have to go. But by setting smaller, achievable milestones along the way, you can maintain your focus and motivation. Each small win builds confidence and keeps you moving forward. This steady progress helps you stay committed for the long haul, even when others lose sight of their goals. Patience is another underrated element of outlasting everyone else. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, patience can feel like a lost virtue. But real success requires patience. The willingness to invest time and effort without expecting immediate rewards. Those who stay patient and persistent eventually outlast those who expect quick results and give up when they don't see them right away. Patience allows you to stay focused on the process, trusting that the results will come if you continue to put in the work. In the end, outlasting everyone else isn't about working harder for a few days or weeks. It's about committing to your goals for months, years, or even decades if necessary. It's about showing up, doing the work, and refusing to quit, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. While others burn out, lose interest, or move on to something easier, you'll be the one still standing, still working, and still moving forward. That's when success becomes inevitable. Not because you were the most talented or lucky, but because you were the one who refused to stop. Success isn't built on occasional bursts of effort or moments of inspiration. It's built on consistency. The people who achieve the most aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent, resources, or opportunities. Instead, they're the ones who show up every day, putting in the work regardless of how they feel. Consistency is the secret weapon that turns small daily actions into massive achievements over time. It's the quiet force that transforms ordinary routines into extraordinary results. One of the most misunderstood aspects of consistency is that it's not about perfection. It's not about giving 100% every single day, because that's impossible. There will be days when energy levels are low, motivation is lacking, or life simply gets in the way. Consistency doesn't mean never missing a beat. It means showing up as best as you can, even on the tough days. What truly matters is the ability to keep going, even if you're only giving 70% or 50% of your best effort. Over time, those small efforts compound and create momentum that leads to significant progress. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create habits. When you repeatedly perform an action, it becomes automatic, requiring less mental energy to complete. This is why consistent effort is so powerful. It turns hard work into a habit, making it easier to sustain over the long term. A person who practices their craft every day, even for a short amount of time, will improve far more than someone who works intensely but sporadically. Small efforts done regularly outperform occasional bursts of high effort in the long run. Consistency also builds discipline, which is the foundation of any significant accomplishment. It's easy to work hard when you're feeling motivated, but discipline ensures you keep going when that motivation fades. Every time you stick to your routine, even when you don't feel like it, you're training your mind to stay focused and committed. This discipline strengthens over time, making it easier to resist distractions, overcome procrastination, and stay on track toward your goals. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you track your progress more effectively. When you work on something regularly, you're better able to identify what's working and what isn't. You can measure your improvement, adjust your strategies, and make informed decisions based on real data rather than guesswork. Without consistency, it's difficult to gauge progress because the gaps between efforts are too large and the feedback loop is broken. Regular, steady effort allows you to refine your approach and move forward with greater clarity and confidence. One of the biggest challenges people face when trying to be consistent is the temptation to seek quick results. In a world that rewards instant gratification, the idea of sticking to a process for months or even years can feel daunting. But consistency teaches patience and reinforces the understanding that meaningful success takes time. The people who stay committed, even when progress feels slow, eventually surpass those who give up too soon. They trust the process and understand that small incremental improvements add up to major breakthroughs over time. Consistency also fosters resilience. When you're committed to showing up every day, you develop the mental toughness needed to push through obstacles and setbacks. Challenges become part of the process rather than reasons to quit. Each time you overcome a difficult day or push through a tough situation, you build the confidence to handle future struggles. This resilience becomes a powerful asset, allowing you to stay the course even when circumstances aren't ideal. Another reason consistency is so effective is that it builds credibility, both with yourself and with others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you develop a sense of self-trust. You know that you can rely on yourself to do the work regardless of external factors. This self-trust boosts your confidence and strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. At the same time, others begin to notice your dedication and reliability. Opportunities often come to those who consistently demonstrate their commitment and work ethic because people trust them to deliver results. The compounding effect of consistency is one of its most powerful features. Just as compound interest grows wealth over time, consistent effort leads to exponential growth in skills, knowledge, and achievement. A small improvement each day might seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, those tiny gains accumulate into something extraordinary. The person who writes a page a day will have a full book by the end of the year. The athlete who trains daily will outperform those who practice sporadically. Consistency turns small efforts into major accomplishments. Maintaining consistency also requires setting clear priorities and boundaries. It's easy to get distracted by new opportunities, changing goals, or competing demands on your time. But the most successful people stay focused on what matters most and protect their time and energy for the things that align with their long-term goals. This focus allows them to maintain consistency without becoming overwhelmed by distractions or spreading themselves too thin. A practical strategy for building consistency is to set small, achievable goals. Rather than trying to overhaul your life overnight, start with manageable actions you can maintain over time. Small wins build momentum and create a sense of accomplishment that keeps you motivated to continue. For example, instead of committing to an intense workout every day, start with 10 minutes of exercise and gradually build from there. The key is to make the habit easy enough to sustain while still challenging enough to promote growth. Accountability can also help maintain consistency. Sharing your goals with others or tracking your progress publicly can create a sense of responsibility that encourages you to stick with your commitments. Whether it's a workout partner, a mentor, or an online community, having someone to support and encourage you can make it easier to stay consistent, especially during difficult times. In the end, consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about persistence. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and staying committed to the process, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's the small daily actions that build momentum, create habits, and lead to extraordinary outcomes. Success doesn't happen in giant leaps. It happens in small steps taken consistently over time. If you stay committed, trust the process, and continue to show up every day, you'll find that consistency truly is the secret weapon that sets you apart from everyone else. The journey to success is never a straight line. It's filled with unexpected twists, failures, and moments of doubt. What separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short isn't just talent or luck. It's the ability to adapt and overcome challenges as they arise. The world is constantly changing, and obstacles are inevitable. Those who succeed are the ones who remain flexible in their approach, learning from every setback and adjusting their strategy without losing sight of their ultimate objective. Adaptability starts with mindset. Many people approach their goals with a fixed perspective, believing that things should go according to plan if they just work hard enough. But the reality is that no plan survives contact with the unexpected. Life throws curveballs. Projects take longer than expected, resources dry up, competition intensifies, or personal circumstances shift. Those who are adaptable recognize that these challenges aren't roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. They don't cling stubbornly to a failing strategy. Instead, they're willing to pivot, adjust, and find new solutions that keep them moving forward. One of the key aspects of adaptability is the willingness to learn. Every obstacle carries a lesson, but only if you're open to recognizing it. People who succeed in the long run are those who view setbacks as feedback, not failure. If something doesn't work, they don't get discouraged. They analyze what went wrong, figure out why, and make changes to improve their chances next time. This growth mindset transforms failure from a stopping point into a stepping stone. It allows you to refine your skills, deepen your knowledge, and develop new strategies that better equip you for future challenges. Adaptability also means being proactive rather than reactive. While some people wait for challenges to force them into action, those who thrive anticipate obstacles and prepare for them. They regularly assess their progress, look for potential risks, and develop contingency plans. This proactive mindset doesn't eliminate difficulties entirely, but it reduces the impact of surprises. When problems arise, adaptable individuals are ready with alternative solutions, making it easier to stay on track even when things don't go as planned. Emotional resilience plays a crucial role in adaptability. Challenges often bring frustration, disappointment, and stress, emotions that can cloud judgment and lead to poor decision-making. Those who overcome obstacles effectively are the ones who stay calm under pressure and manage their emotions with intention. They acknowledge their feelings, but don't let them dictate their actions. This emotional control allows for clearer thinking, better problem solving, and the ability to stay focused on long-term goals despite temporary setbacks. Flexibility is also essential when working with others. In any pursuit, collaboration with other people, whether teammates, mentors, clients, or partners, is inevitable. Different perspectives, working styles, and expectations can create friction if you're unwilling to adapt. Successful individuals know how to adjust their communication style, listen actively, and find common ground to build stronger relationships. By remaining open to different viewpoints and approaches, they foster collaboration that leads to better outcomes. Another aspect of overcoming challenges is persistence combined with adaptability. It's not enough to simply keep pushing forward with brute force. You also need to recognize when a shift in strategy is necessary. Stubbornly sticking to a plan that isn't working can lead to burnout and wasted effort. Instead, the key is to stay committed to your goal while remaining flexible in your approach. If one strategy fails, try another. If a door closes, look for another way in. Persistence ensures you don't quit, while adaptability ensures you're not just running into the same wall over and over again. Adapting also involves letting go of perfectionism. Many people hesitate to adjust their plans because they fear making mistakes or looking like they don't have everything figured out. But perfectionism is often a mask for fear of failure, judgment, or inadequacy. Those who succeed understand that perfection isn't possible and that waiting for perfect conditions or flawless execution leads to stagnation. Instead, they focus on progress, making adjustments as they go and learning from the inevitable imperfections along the way. One powerful strategy for building adaptability is to stay curious. Curiosity drives you to ask questions, seek out new information, and explore different ways of thinking. When you're curious, you're more likely to embrace change and view challenges as opportunities for discovery rather than threats. This mindset keeps you flexible, creative, and open to innovation, all of which are essential for overcoming obstacles and staying ahead in a constantly evolving world. Adaptability also means being comfortable with uncertainty. Many people fear the unknown and try to avoid situations where the outcome isn't clear. However, the most significant growth often happens outside of your comfort zone. Being adaptable means accepting that you won't always have all the answers and that uncertainty is part of any worthwhile pursuit. Rather than being paralyzed by fear, you take action anyway, trusting in your ability to figure things out as you go. Time management is another important element of overcoming challenges through adaptability. When faced with unexpected difficulties, how you allocate your time becomes critical. Successful individuals know how to shift priorities, delegate tasks, and adjust their schedules to accommodate new demands without losing sight of their long-term objectives. This flexibility allows them to stay productive even when circumstances change suddenly. In the face of challenges, maintaining a clear sense of purpose is essential. Your goals act as a guiding compass, helping you stay focused even when your plans need to change. Adaptable people don't lose sight of their objectives, they simply find new routes to reach them. This clarity allows you to make adjustments without losing momentum, ensuring that every pivot is still aligned with your larger mission. Finally, adaptability and overcoming challenges require a deep belief in your ability to grow and improve. This belief fuels resilience, creativity, and the willingness to try new approaches. It reminds you that no challenge is insurmountable if you're willing to learn, evolve, and adjust. The most successful individuals aren't the ones who never face difficulties. They are the ones who meet those difficulties head on, adapt their strategies, and keep moving forward until they achieve their goals. In the end, the ability to overcome challenges and adapt isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. It's the understanding that obstacles are not the end of the road, but a natural part of any journey worth taking. By staying flexible, learning from every experience, and remaining committed to your goals, you develop the resilience and creativity needed to navigate any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. While hard work, persistence, and adaptability are all critical factors, the relationships you build along the way can often be the deciding factor in how far you go. Surrounding yourself with the right people, those who challenge, inspire, and support you, can accelerate your growth and push you beyond what you thought possible. The people in your environment influence your mindset, shape your habits, and either help you rise to your potential or hold you back without even realizing it. One of the most powerful reasons to surround yourself with driven individuals is the effect of proximity. The people you spend the most time with inevitably influence your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you're around individuals who are ambitious and motivated, their energy becomes contagious. You're more likely to push harder, set higher goals, and maintain a strong work ethic simply because the people around you expect nothing less. On the other hand, spending time with those who are complacent or negative can lead to lowered standards and diminished motivation. Surrounding yourself with people who embody the qualities you aspire to develop keeps you accountable and encourages you to maintain high standards in your own life. Another benefit of being around driven individuals is the exchange of ideas. When you engage with people who are passionate about their work and constantly striving for improvement, you're exposed to fresh perspectives and new ways of thinking. These conversations spark creativity and encourage you to question your assumptions. Whether it's through formal mentorship or casual discussions, interacting with ambitious people broadens your understanding of what's possible and provides you with strategies and insights you might never have considered on your own. Support is also a critical factor in staying on track, especially when facing setbacks or self-doubt. No matter how self-motivated you are, there will be moments when challenges feel overwhelming or when progress seems slow. During these times, having a network of supportive, like-minded individuals can make all the difference. They offer encouragement, share their own experiences of overcoming adversity, and remind you of the bigger picture when you're too close to the problem to see it clearly. These relationships help you stay resilient, offering both emotional support and practical advice to navigate difficult situations. Equally important is the accountability that comes from being part of a driven community. When you're surrounded by people who are constantly pushing themselves, there's an unspoken expectation that you'll do the same. This doesn't mean comparing yourself negatively to others, but rather using their progress as motivation to continue your own journey. Accountability partners, whether formal or informal, can help you stay consistent with your commitments and push you to follow through on your goals, even when you're tempted to give up or cut corners. Collaboration is another powerful outcome of surrounding yourself with the right people. No one achieves significant success entirely on their own. Collaboration brings together diverse skills, experiences, and resources. Working with others allows you to leverage strengths you might not possess, creating opportunities for synergy where the combined effort leads to outcomes greater than what any individual could achieve alone. In these partnerships, mutual respect and shared goals create an environment where everyone involved can grow and succeed. It's also worth noting that the people around you often serve as mirrors, reflecting your own attitudes and behaviors back to you. If you're surrounded by people who consistently challenge themselves, remain disciplined, and pursue excellence, you're more likely to adopt those same habits. This feedback loop can either reinforce positive behaviors or highlight areas where you need to improve. Self-awareness often grows in the presence of others who are equally focused on personal development, as their achievements and dedication encourage you to evaluate your own efforts. The influence of a strong network extends beyond personal growth. It can also open doors to new opportunities. People who are driven tend to attract others with similar mindsets, creating a web of connections that can lead to collaborations, partnerships, and professional advancements. These relationships often lead to introductions to influential figures, access to exclusive events, or insight into opportunities that aren't publicly available. Success often hinges not just on what you know, but also on who you know. And being part of a motivated network expands both your knowledge and access. At the same time, it's important to be selective about the relationships you cultivate. Not everyone will share your drive or vision, and surrounding yourself with the wrong people can drain your energy and shift your focus away from your goals. Toxic relationships, those characterized by negativity, jealousy, or complacency, can subtly erode your ambition over time. Recognizing when a relationship no longer serves your growth and having the courage to distance yourself from unproductive influences is essential for maintaining your momentum. Mentorship is another invaluable aspect of surrounding yourself with the right people. A mentor can offer guidance, share hard-earned lessons, and help you avoid common pitfalls. Their experience becomes a resource you can draw upon, offering shortcuts to knowledge that would otherwise take years to accumulate on your own. At the same time, being a mentor to others can deepen your understanding of your own journey and help you solidify the lessons you've learned. It's not just about surrounding yourself with those who are more experienced or successful. It's also about fostering relationships with peers who are on a similar journey. These connections provide a sense of camaraderie and mutual understanding that can be incredibly motivating. Sharing your struggles and victories with people who truly understand the challenges you're facing creates a sense of community and reinforces the idea that you're not alone in your pursuit of success. Building a network of driven individuals doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional effort. It means seeking out environments where high achievers gather, whether through professional organizations, networking events, or online communities. It also means being proactive in reaching out, offering value in your interactions, and being genuinely curious about the experiences and insights of others. Relationships are built on mutual respect and reciprocity, and showing genuine interest in the success of others often leads to meaningful, long-lasting connection. Ultimately, success is amplified when you're surrounded by people who inspire you to be your best. Their ambition fuels your own, their support helps you navigate challenges, and their insights offer new paths to growth. By intentionally choosing to build relationships with driven, motivated individuals, you create an environment where success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. The right people don't just help you climb higher, they help you believe that there's no limit to how high you can go.